Well, just got a glimpse there of our next competitor, Naima Saidi. He's looking pretty cheerful indeed there, waving at some of her fans on the front row. Well, she certainly doesn't look as though she has any pressure on her shoulders. We do expect it to be a battle between her, Mariam Koulibaly, that we've just seen, and also Laitan Ibrahim of Nigeria, who's to come very shortly for the battle for silver and bronze. As gold looks as though Fatma Omar is the odds-on favourite. Of course, anything can happen. That is the beauty of sport, and that is the beauty of this sport, as Naima Saidi wants to get her campaign off to a flyer. Well, look good to me. And it looked good to the officials, who are far more qualified to give their verdicts. And they have, and they say it's good. 76k successfully lifted by Naima Saidi, who certainly isn't a one-trick pony. She has been a power athlete as well, and won gold in shot put at the 2014 Grand Prix in Tunis, in Tunisia. She also featured at the 2010 Para World Championships in powerlifting, should I say, and also managed a lift earlier on this year of 77k in France at the Open European Championships. So now we go over to Paulina Okpala of Nigeria, who wants to lift 110. She put down earlier that her starting weight would be 90. That has changed in the last half an hour or so. So Paulina Okpala confident she can go a bit further on and lift 110. This back to the women's up to 73 category now, where she is the overwhelming favourite. She's looking to lift really double of what a silver medalist in this event will probably get. Lifting nearly 40k more than their own body weight here. Paulina Okpala for Nigeria. Well, the lights are all white and things are looking all right for Paulina Okpala. 110 successfully beaten. And she looks like she's going to have a rosy competition ahead of her. Really, she just needed to get a lift like that under her belt, and she could safely say that the gold will be hers. The question now will be, how far can she go? The world record in her weight division is 150. The African record 140, so possibilities that she could nudge close to that, but still got a long way to go in this competition just yet. So staying with Algeria, and we have Laitan Ibrahim up next, and she's going for 120, and this is a statement of intent from both of the Nigerians here. We saw Paulina Okpala go 20k higher than what she said previously her starting weight would be, but Ibrahim going 40k higher. What can she produce? 32-year-old loves this sport, and he feels proud of herself when she competes. She made a debut for Nigeria back in 2017 and got a silver medal in the World Championships in Mexico at the back end of last year with a lift of 110. This 120. This is a real statement to start off with. Could say it's a bit of a gamble, but the gamble has paid off. 120 successfully achieved from Algiers Ibrahim, who knows today if she's going to get a gold medal, she really has to be getting 120, 130, maybe even higher than that, because Fatma Omar, who we're about to see next, really will be going hard from the start. She'll be coming up shortly, but let's just have another look at this from Algiers Ibrahim. Confident bring down to the chest there, and a strong lock off as well, getting the basics completely honed to perfection. So the Nigerians will be happy with the way that they have started things. At the moment they lead both of the weight divisions in this session, but that could change here. Fatma Omar, the oldest competitor in this session. And she's going here for a new African record, which currently stands at 111, set by Amal Mahmoud at the Dubai 2015 World Championships. She's going here for 125, which is a strong way of starting your competition. So first international competition in this weight division, and she's looking to take it by storm. 4-time Paralympic gold medalist, 3-time world champion. She has had difficulties between 2014 and 2015. Banned from the sport and stripped of her 2014 World Championship gold medal, but she's back now and she's ready to compete for what will be here an African record in the women's up to 67 category. Looks strong, and it is a good lift, and it's a new African record as well. And she can only go on and improve from there, you feel. New to this weight division. It's the heaviest she's ever weighed in at an international comp. And at the age of 44, she's still producing some very fine lifts. So that concludes round one. So our leader in the up to 67 category, Fatma Omar, with that African record. And in the up to 73 category, our leader is Paulina Okpala of Nigeria, and we do not expect that to change. But it could do. Back to the start now though, and Isatu Niang with her second attempt. Not being able to nail 40 on the first occasion, she's back to have another go at it now. Was that any better? No. And the officials giving 3 red lights, and that's going to be a real bugbearer now for Niang, as that's going to go down to a final lift. And it's a shame, but it's not all about medals. We're seeing some real fledgling NPCs here. Gambia, one of them. And we hope to see even more of their athletes at future continental and intercontinental championships. Horia Akib is back and now looking to hit the half century, 50 kg. Not the most comfortable journey on the stage there, bit of a wheelie for a coach to contend with. So she's already got a silver medal in her sights. Isatu Niang can deny her from that with what would be a really impressive turnaround on the third attempt. So this is all about Horia Akib and solidifying that silver with a strong lift here. She's got a minute to make this lift. Using as much time as she needs. So no lift, 2-1 against. It's unfortunate once more. Looking for that control of the bar, body control as well. That strength and sturdiness required. Just didn't have it on that occasion. So she will have to have another go at 50k on her final round. And bar just not quite even enough there. The officials' liking, it seems. The bar now being set to 70k, and Mariam Koulibaly yet to register a score. Even if she does get this, she'll still be outside the medal positions. But Mali not in town necessarily for medals. Already got one today, as we mentioned, which they'll be delighted about. Mariam Koulibaly will be really hoping for a personal sense that she can lift this. 36-year-old in place on her second attempt at 70k. Might look better, but is it good enough? No, it's not. Again, a no-lift decision from all three of our officials, and you can't complain with that when all three concur with one another. It's not been a good start to the second round for our first three competitors. Still got 4 more to come in this second round of attempts. So up next, Naima Saidi of Algeria, and she's going for 81, 5k higher than her first attempt. Currently she sits in third place in the women's up to 67 category. This could be her best ever lift if she manages it. Just feel that the positive environment here at the Algiers Arena is a really good ground to build from, to get these personal bests. And the adrenaline she'll be feeling as well in front of a home crowd. You can only imagine. Close one. Oh, very close one. Good lift, 2-1. Well done to Naima Saidi. Finally we get a successful lift in round 2. And it's 2 out of 2 now for the Algerian. Not the only athlete we've seen throw herself in from shot put to powerlifting, but I don't know if it's the easiest of transitions. You're relying on 2 arms rather than just the one, of course, that you have to throw a shot put. And many more complex technical details, I'm sure, as well. But nevertheless, Naima Saidi has took to it like a duck to water. The leader in the up to 73 category up now, Paulina Okpala, going for 120. Really pushing the boat out with this one. 48.3k more than she weighs this. Three white lights, and Paulina Okpala surely has the gold medal, and she's going to do it at the moment with 100% from her first 2 lifts. What she got up her sleeves for round 3, I wonder. Really good conviction there. That is exactly the symmetry we're talking about. Nervous wait for the onlookers back in the warm-up area. They do have the screen up with all the action on there in that warm-up area, so they don't miss any of the action. They know exactly what their rivals are doing, whether they like it or not. Ayten Ibrahim coming up now. And she's now going for a new African record, it seems. Fatma Omar's already got it tonight with 125, but Ayten Ibrahim is not giving up a pursuit for gold here, and she's going for 131. Big statement of intent. she's not managed it. 2-1 against. That's unfortunate and seemed risky to me to go for 131. She thought she'd got that, she hadn't. Because now she's going to have an awful lot of work to do in the final round to beat what looks like 132. That is what Fatma Omar is going for. Of course, she requested 132, bearing in mind that Alaitan Ibrahim's chosen lift was 131. And she's not managed to get that, as we've just seen. So Fatma Omar now 132 to give herself a solid grip on the gold in this women's up to 67 category. So she's looking to also strengthen her grip on the African record. Well, everyone feeling pretty confident about that, and the officials are as well. A new African record, a second of the night for Fatma Omar, 132, and surely she's got clear breathing space between her and Alaitan Ibrahim as well for the gold medal in this women's up to 67 category. Well, she's only 6.5k off the world record now. That's certainly not out of reach. As we said before, she has lifted 142 previously in London 2012 on her way to Paralympic gold there. The jury hard at work, keeping themselves cool as well. I don't blame them. It's very humid and sticky here in the Hacha Hassan Arena, and it doesn't matter how many doors you open or how many windows you have open as well, there's just no breeze in Algiers, or so it feels like anyway. And that's bearing in mind we're on the north coast, we're meant to be open to windy conditions. Not the case. The aircon doing its best attempts though. Will this be Crystal Niang's best attempt? All she has to do is lift this, but she's refusing to stick at 40 where she's failed on 2 previous occasions. She's really pushing herself now. With no lift again, and that rounds off the Gambians' competition. Lots to work on, lots to look back on and review. But she's got a smile on her face as she leaves the stage, and she can only get better from here, you feel. Just that discipline there, keeping the bar straight. And you can see from the grimace that she knew it wasn't successful. Final attempt now for Algeria's Haraya Akib, who, as you can see, managed the 45k lift. Not so successful with the 50, but now she's upping it a wee bit and going to 51, and this for silver. She already knows she's got silver, but this would confirm it. Silver alongside a score of 51 certainly looks rosier than the score alongside 45. Good lift, and real celebration that for Haraya Rakid, who will finish with a silver in the women's up to 73 and do it with a score of 51 as well. There's the lift again. Sturdy enough for the officials. So now we go to the up to 67 contest, which is yet to be decided where the medals are exactly going here for all three colours. Mariam Koulibaly going for 75, and that's an acknowledgement from her that she's yet to lift successfully, so she's probably not going to get a medal, so she will settle for 75 just so that she can come away from these championships and say that she has a successful lift. No lift, unfortunately, for Mariam Koulibaly. So she will finish these championships with no successful lift, and you can see the disappointment is etched all over her facial expression and her body language as well. So, the second of our two Algerian competitors now confirmed as a bronze medalist, Naima Saidi, and now going for 83k after successful lifts on the 76 and 81, and she's been absolutely loving this. An infectious smile on her face as she came out onto the stage. Now it's time for a game face. Can she get 3 out of 3? And she faces 83. It's a toughie, and it's not quite gone her way. 2-1 against, but she'll get a bronze medal with a lift of 81 that she got in round 2. No wonder she is smiling and so happy with that performance. We'll be seeing that smile once again on the podium in the not too distant future. Well, we were seeing what a game face is like. There it is, really pushing that up. You can see it in the top right of the screen there, giving her coaches a big hug. Still matters to be dealt with though at the top of the podium. Who is going away with the gold medal? Well, it looks like Algeria Ibrahim has conceded in that respect. She's going for 130. In fact, this is Paulina Okpala instead, who already has got the gold medal in the up to 73. So this would be a really good day for her, going up in increments of 10, 110, 120, now going for 130. The world record is 150 and the African record 140, so she's not going to be getting either of those two today, but she can lift this successfully at 130. Had some days work and a gold medal to top it all off. Maybe not, but nevertheless a gold medal for the Nigerian. Her best lift will be 120 that she got in round 2, and comfortably taking gold, 69 points ahead of nearest rival Algeria Ekib. So, indeed, Algeria Ibrahim is going for the gold medal here. She's going for 135. This would be big. It would be an African record. And it also would be her biggest ever lift as well. This is a big, big moment. If she manages this, it puts all the pressure on Fatma Omar and her final lift. I don't think that's going to be enough, so it's going to have to be a silver medal for Algeria Ibrahim, going for the African record and trying to put pressure on Fatma Omar. It's not going to happen today, but a silver medal nevertheless. The Nigerians can't win everything after all, although they have already won the up to 73 kg category in this session. However, it will be Egypt victorious in the up to 67 because of Fatma Omar. She's going for 135 herself, trying to show highlighting Ibrahim how to do it. So this for a new African record. And if she lifts this, don't be surprised if we see her back for a 4th time, if the juries allow her to lift for a world record perhaps. We've already seen one world record attempt from her fellow Egyptian Sharif Osman earlier today. It wasn't successful, but I wouldn't put anything past this lady today. The verdict is good. It is a new African record. And will we see Fatma Omar back for a world record? Because she is very, very close to it. Looks like she's been given it. So we will have a 4th attempt for Fatma Omar. And a potential new world record here in Algiers this afternoon. So she's going for 139. Will it be our first world record of the weekend? We shall wait and see. Fatma Omar, 4-time Paralympic gold medalist, 3-time world champion, African champion here today. Trying to be the best ever at the women's up to 67 kg in powerlifting. Officials getting ready for their paperwork. There'll need to be a bit of it if Fatma Omar, who's got a hat-trick of African records tonight, now goes to conquer the world. Can she do what Sharif Osman was so close to doing earlier on? The world record currently is 138.5, set by Tan Shuzhao of China in Rio 2016. She has lifted 142 before in London 2012, but that was in the up to 56 weight category. Now she's going for 139 in the up to 67. This for a new world record of Fatma Omar, African champion for Egypt. Close one for the officials, and 2-1 against, unfortunately, for Fatma Omar. Not quite to beat, but you can't get every lift spot on. 3 out of 3 in the main competition is enough, and that sees her as the new African champion. Smiles all around. What more could she have done? Well, maybe break the world record, but she can save that for another day. First time competing in this weight category, and she's absolutely smashed it. And we look forward to seeing her at future competitions, that's for sure. So that concludes the competition for both the women's up to 67 and up to 73. The winners in the up to 67. Bronze going to Naimet Saidi of Algeria, silver for Alaten Ibrahim of Nigeria, and gold of course for Fatma Omar of Egypt. In the up to 73 category, silver for Haraya Akib of Algeria, and gold for Paulina Okpala of Nigeria. So we'll be back very shortly with the medal presentation for both of those events. Do make sure you join us for that very soon indeed. Here are the medalists then for the women's up to 67 kilo event. An Algerian, a Nigerian and an Egyptian, and tears look like they're beginning to brew for Fatma Omar, the winner of that with the African record of 135, an African record that's increased 24 kg. No mean feat at all for the Egyptian. Well, a very popular bronze medal this for Naima Saidi of Algeria with a lift of 81. Pure delight on her face, and the bank of Algerians in green in the crowd as well on the front row, which Saidi is smiling at right now. Silver going to Nigeria. And Olaton Ibrahim. Her lift 120. And she gave it a good attempt to try and defeat Fatma Omar, but it just wasn't to be. And the Egyptian getting a new African record, as I say. Her best lift 135. She managed to also get 125 to 132 on the board as well. She even went for a world record of 139, but unfortunately for her that wasn't to be the case, and she instead just had to settle for African gold. That's all. So the medalists just having their final pictures taken with the dignitaries for the afternoon before they exit the stage for the final time, and they can reflect on what has been a successful job done. I think really each of these three getting the medal that they hoped for and expected coming into these championships. So a fair result all round, and that's what we like to see. Do stay with us, because we'll have the victory ceremony as well for the women's senior up to 73. 2 medalists in that, another one for Algeria, silver for Horaya Akib, but gold for Nigeria's Paulina Okpala. That coming up very shortly indeed. Do stick with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for women's up to 73 kilograms. Please welcome the medalists.
That's the medal presentation for the women's up to 73. And another appearance for Algeria and another gold medal appearance for Nigeria. Their medal count getting stronger and stronger. The popular medal then from the Algiers crowd for Horaya Akib, a silver medalist on the African stage. Her best lift 51. But Paulina Okpala of Nigeria, who gets top prize, and rightly so as well. Her best lift 120, which she got in round 2. She tried to push it to 130, but not to be today. She'll take away the gold back to Nigeria.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Nigeria.
That's on again. The Nigerian national anthem.